I'm the host for this Spring Birders Forum. Tonight is a really special night. We have the Brunnenburg people here and they're going to share with us their trip. So yeah, just listen up. I'm going to show some pictures of the view. So please silence your cell phones because we don't want you to see.
Go, Betsy, go.
Go, Betsy,
go.
go.
We still hope that Chuck's going to make it.
I just thought that was doing.
Alright. Well, what we have decided to do for this evening is we put this together with each of us talking about a different piece of what we did. And actually it sort of ends up starting at the castle and working its way out from there to getting further and further in our adventures and travels. And so each of us, we're just going to go through and each of us will talk about the different sections. So I got the castle food and tea, which seems like a really nice place to get started. I wish we had the food and tea here as we were having this, but alright. So for those of you who have been before, you can have a little memory moment here, or for those of you who are thinking about going, this is the castle. And one of the many views, one of the many views that you have, this is actually on the road from up to Schlosterol, looking back at the castle. And so from here you can see this is the croft, so those of you who are thinking about going, that's where you would be staying. And I was over here. Nicely not right near the croft, so that sometimes I didn't hear things, which was good. But very beautiful. Regardless of what time of day, or sometimes the clouds come in and completely hide everything, and that was really cool too. So it's a gorgeous place to be. And in addition to the gorgeous place to be, is the gorgeous food that you get to eat, because when they tell you that Brigitte is the best cook in the world, it's the truth. There was nothing that she fed us while I was there that I didn't like, and that says a lot, because we ate Brussels sprouts and all sorts of things that normally I would have been sort of like,
What is that on that?
This was our farewell dinner, and this is spätzle, and this is sort of a kraut kind of thing, and pears, and then a mixture of vegetables. And if you were someone not me, who wasn't vegetarian, you also had wild boar on your plate.
It's delicious.
I didn't know that.
Very delicious.
And then there was wonderful dessert.
Birthday done.
This was one of our, early on, we discovered there were some birthdays, and so Brigitte made a really, really good chocolate cake for a birthday. And everybody after that kept trying to convince her that it was their birthday, so that she would make it. So you get another one of those.
I knew it was my favorite.
Alright, I was also supposed to talk about class, and we realized that we didn't actually have pictures of the classroom, where we had class most of the time in the castle, and the very bottom of the castle was the regular classroom, and the Gothic room, yes. And also sometimes had class in the kitchen for Sitzo's classes, but this was actually one of Sitzo's classes, because the day trips that we took with Sitzo's classes were class. And this is what we did on those trips. So notice here is Sitzo talking, and here's everybody else frantically writing. And usually somebody was taking pictures so that when we came back, they could look at the pictures and see what it was he was talking about, because nobody got to look up and see it because they were all frantically writing stuff. But this was class as well. So we had class with Mary, a couple classes with Sitzo, Mickey taught the German and culture class, and then the class with me. So that was our array of classes. And this was also on one of our class field trips. This was at Cherbourg at the, one of the largest armories. And Cherbourg is also the Von Trapp Castle. And that was, we still got Junju and Chuck were in part of the armor at that point. And this was on the Finch Scout trip as well. This was our picnic that we had partway through class. So really tough classroom conditions to have to work with. And then one of the very special parts of this is that you get to have Sunday tea with Mary. So you go up to Mary's apartment and have tea and cake and biscuits and things. And underneath all of this is Egyptian artifacts. So if you get bored, you can start looking at the artifacts that are underneath the table. And Mary talks to you and tries to get you to read poetry that you don't have. And I'll show her the YouTube. I'll show you YouTube, yes. Mary got to learn about the joys of the camera in the MacBook. she was very fascinated. So there are some interesting pictures of Mary and Ellen looking at the mirror. Mary's like, is it that little thing right there? And so the